I'm Kate the Hair Fairy, and let's talk extensions. Today, it's going to be all about the hand-tied method, my favorite method because it's the most secure. I'm sure you've heard so many terms thrown around. Let's get in there and figure it out. Number one, hand-tied. Literally, because it's hand-tied into the hair using thread and beads. Hand-tied can refer to both the method of the application as well as the original style of weft. This is a hand-tied weft. Yes, it is really funky color because it's one of my old wefts, but it is originally hand-tied. You can see that it's hand-tied because of that braid. A hand-tied weft, you can also tell it has a mustache or a return. You see how it's a little bit thicker through here? That's called that mustache or that return after braiding it onto the actual weft. You can see kind of right there. This was the original style of weft, and it's no longer one that I typically like to use because it can get very thick and bulky with this mustache or that return, as well as if it sits in the water for too long, it will fluff up that hair and wreck the braid, aka wreck that weft. So this is a hand-tied weft, mustache or return, nano weft, or slim weft, or genius weft. This is a newer type of weft style compared to the traditional hand-tied weft. This style of weft is also used in the hand-tied application method. So yes, the term hand-tied can definitely be very confusing. Depends upon what brand you use for their verbiage for either slim or nano or genius weft. The brands that I use typically will use nano or slim. This is machine made, so you no longer have that mustache or that return, so it's a lot flatter through there. And because it's not actually braided up at the top, it can air dry. It is always still recommended to blow dry, but you're not going to get that braid that gets fluffed up in there. What's nice with a nano or a slim weft compared to the hand tied is you can cut it and customize it, which is fantastic. If you try to cut a hand tied weft, all of the hair will slip off and you're stuck. When you're doing hand-tied method of hair extensions, you're gathering your biological hair in with beads and then using the thread to sew around it. Beads come in either 5mm or 3mm. Beads also come typically in 4 different colors, but it depends upon the brand. You might be able to find different colors in there. Out of these colors, I tend to use the middle 2 colors the most. Millimeters. When it comes to extensions, if you hear the term millimeters, it's going to refer to the size of the bead. Depending upon the density of the hair that you're working with is going to determine if you use a 3mm or a 5mm bead. The 3mm is better for hairlines or around thinner, finer hair, whereas the 5mm bead is better when you're working in the back where there's more density or for people who just have thicker hair in general. I have my beads color coded, so easy to find what size I need. Thread. After you get the beads in the hair, you need thread to sew the wefts onto the hair. Typically, extensions are going to use either cotton or nylon thread. I definitely prefer nylon thread because it's not going to hang on to that moisture as much as cotton, and it's going to slide through the hair more easily when you're trying to knot everything. Cotton is fine. There are some people who enjoy cotton thread, but because it's more grippy, it's easier to get knots in there and it will hang on to that moisture a lot longer. And this is going to come in different colors to match different hair colors.